And after Nathan's kid begged for Nathan to show him how he used to hit, Nathan tried and he did absolutely horrible at swinging the bat. So this is yet another clue that this is probably not the real Nathan. What's up, everybody? Gonna talk about yesterday's General Hospital episode, a Wednesday episode for the show. And it felt like a Wednesday episode. It was a pretty low key episode overall, I would say. There was some testing of a couple. There was another younger couple getting a little bit of screen time. I don't know if yesterday's episode accomplished much, but let's talk about some of the highlights and then some of the other stuff that I'm having trouble caring about. They tested Elizabeth and Dante yesterday. It did feel like a chemistry test for me. Elizabeth started being on the phone with Ric. They have kind of been slowly getting together. Ric had a good time on Valentine's Day and was looking forward to getting together again. Meanwhile, Dante was at the hospital. He was Elizabeth's patient because he got bit by one of Sonny's dogs. He was taking it for a walk but was distracted thinking about Lulu and Nathan being a couple, and I guess it didn't turn out well for his hand, and his hand got bit by the dog. I kind of wish they had a better reason for Dante to be at the hospital to be taken care of by Liz. But it's kind of the way Valentini's General Hospital has set up a lot of Liz's relationships. They kind of just come out of nowhere when she's working at the hospital. And that's kind of what I'm feeling with this Dante and Liz situation. Dante was talking about his feelings on the situation of Nathan and Lulu dating. And Liz eventually shared her feelings on how she and Lucky couldn't recapture what they had before. Maybe Dante and Lulu wouldn't be able to anyway. Dante seems to think the ship with Lulu has sailed. Both of those things kind of disappointing. I don't know. I didn't watch Lucky's return last year, but I've heard that they really didn't try much with Lucky and Liz. Shocking. They certainly haven't tried with Dante and Lulu trying to recapture that. I mean, it is a different Lulu actress, of course, but I think this is General Hospital's typical lazy Valentini way of trying to put two characters together. I'm not totally against it, but I don't know if the chemistry test passed. I feel like these two characters separately are low key, and this is just not like a great foundation for an exciting couple on the show. But it is kind of like a lazy way of putting two characters together who you have on the show. Both do have fan bases, but Valentini has never put time into the Liz character, and so he would be more than happy to just saddle the Liz character with a new possible insta couple, and it seems like it might be with Dante. So, like I said, I'm not against it. I think they could be good for each other for both characters, but like it's not exactly gonna be riveting. Tracy was with Lulu in yesterday's episode. Tracy wanted them to do some digging into Sidwell and Sidwell's hooks and deception to help deception out. But Lulu thought that Maxie doesn't want her near deception or just near Maxie in general because Tracy learned that Lulu is now involved with Nathan. Tracy said that Maxie moved on and is going to stay with Spinelli, so Lulu should go after what she wants, which does seem to be Nathan. But yesterday's episode once again raised the question of, is this the real Nathan? Is this really Nathan back from the dead? Because Nathan was out with his kid. They talked about how Nathan used to be a star power hitter in baseball. The kid was getting coached by Kai, so I guess Kai is a baseball coach. I shit on Valentini a lot, and I will never stop doing that because I do not like him. Like, literally, I talk a lot of shit about people on Beyond the Gates, some of their acting, but I mean, I don't hate them as people. I don't like Valentini as a person. I'm just going to say that flat out. But What he is good at is having sets for this show. It was nice to see a set for baseball practice on the show because over on Beyond the Gates last week they were playing basketball. We didn't get to see the actual basketball because they couldn't put any kind of court together. But on General Hospital, Valentini is good at having sets. It's the only thing he does well, quite frankly. So it was nice to see a set where they're able to actually have a baseball being pitched and swinging the bat. And after Nathan's kid begged for Nathan to show him how he used to hit, Nathan tried and he did absolutely horrible at swinging the bat. So this is yet another clue that this is probably not the real Nathan. Who it actually is, I have no idea. I could be upset with some ways they go. But I'm just going to give it time, let it play out. Because I'm not against the storyline. Gio and Emma were on yesterday. Emma's trying to learn the guitar for a music class, but she's struggling. She's behind. Gio apparently dabbles in playing the guitar and was able to teach her faster. They didn't get a lot of screen time yesterday, but they got the cliffhanger of making out at the end because Emma thanked Gio for always being there for her, and then they started making out. I mean, at least this young couple isn't kissing cousins like we discussed yesterday. So I am all for this younger couple. And then some of the other things that went on in yesterday's pretty low-key episode. Sonny saw Alexis and talked to her a little bit, but Alexis was not so happy when it turned out that Sonny was meeting with Ric. I like that Sonny and Ric have become an actual brotherhood. They've been brothers for a long time, but they never got along. Ric always trying to take down Sonny or undermine Sonny or vice versa. But to see these two characters actually trying to be brothers and get along, and Ric supposedly trying to become a better person, has been a breath of fresh air for the character of Ric, but also just for their brotherly relationship. So I'm all for that. Alexis, not all for that, because Alexis was concerned that Sonny is firing Diane as his lawyer. And that's because Alexis and Diane are business partners, and Diane has done legal miracles for Sonny a lot. So Alexis felt like Sonny was being disloyal, but Sonny is going to keep Diane as a lawyer for some things and have Ric help him in some criminal things, I think. But Alexis doesn't think Sonny should trust Ric because Ric is not loyal. Then Alexis met with the DA, Justine Turner, who has slowly become Sonny's lover. Don't love this storyline overall because I feel like we've seen better variations of this exact same story for Sonny, dating someone who's in the law. And this is kind of a cookie cutter version of all of that. I mean, I'm not totally against it, but I'm not going to act like there's chemistry between Sonny and Justine, because there's not. Sonny is wanting to keep his distance from the DA now, but was remembering their kiss. Justine was later remembering the same. So they are continuing to slowly dance that dance with Sonny and Justine, but I can't say I'm invested in that. And then the other thing is this Molly and Cody stuff. I talked about this in yesterday's review. Yeah, I'm not at all invested in these two characters whatsoever. They are two of the characters on the show in this vast cast that I do not care about at all. I'm sorry that Molly is going through a chronic condition. I'm sorry that she fainted at the end of Tuesday's episode. But this is another coupling with no chemistry. Cody was learning about her chronic condition, convinced her to go to the hospital. Molly seems to be trying to avoid surgery, but I had a hard time paying attention to their scenes and will probably continue to go that way. So I guess if I had to sum up some of the problems with yesterday's episode, there's a lot of couples on this show, which has become a American soap opera problem in general. Too many couples without actual chemistry makes it almost impossible to invest in. And I did see that General Hospital's demo ratings looked mighty bad in the last ratings report. Definitely, they are losing younger viewers again. It's a trend with Valentini in the last few years with this show. He doesn't know how to keep younger viewers watching. And I'm not surprised with the way he has written some of his younger couples in recent years. And right now, as we talked about yesterday, one of their younger couples is incestual. So that's grody. But, yesterday's episode was low key. I didn't hate it, though. We got some character development. I wish I was more excited about Liz and Dante as a potential thing, but it needs some sort of actual excitement around it to become more interesting to me. Hoping that Thursday and Friday's episodes are a little more exciting than what we've gotten these past couple of episodes, though.